Welcome to Speak Peak English. Today, we'll practice English with the story, The Wrong Order. This lesson introduces vocabulary related to restaurants, ordering food, and handling mistakes politely. It's a great way to improve your listening and speaking skills while learning useful words for real-life situations. Let's get started. Listen carefully. The wrong order. Lena sat down at a cozy table in her favorite cafe, setting her bag on the chair beside her. The warm aroma of freshly brewed coffee and baked pastries filled the air, wrapping around her like a comforting hug. Outside, the chilly autumn breeze rustled the golden leaves on the sidewalk. She had been craving a warm bowl of tomato soup all day, especially in this weather. She picked up the menu, though she already knew what she wanted. The cafe had a homey charm, with soft jazz playing in the background and the hum of quiet conversations creating a relaxing atmosphere. After glancing over the menu one last time, she waved to the waiter. "Good afternoon. I'd like a tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich, please," she said with a smile. The waiter, a young man with curly hair, nodded as he jotted down her order. "Got it. I'll bring your order soon." Lena thanked him and took a sip of water while checking her phone. She scrolled through her messages. Her friends were planning a movie night, and she smiled as she read their funny texts. It had been a long week, and she was looking forward to unwinding. A few minutes later, the waiter returned with a tray. "Here you go, one bowl of chicken soup and a turkey sandwich." Lena looked at the food, confused. She glanced at the waiter, then back at the tray. "Oh, I actually ordered tomato soup and grilled cheese." The waiter's eyes widened. "Oh no, I'm so sorry about that. Let me fix it right away." Lena smiled politely. "No worries, mistakes happen." As the waiter hurried back to the kitchen, Lena leaned back in her chair and looked around. She noticed an elderly couple sharing a dessert at the next table, laughing as they talked. At another table, a woman was typing on her laptop, occasionally sipping her cappuccino. Across the room, a father was helping his young daughter stir sugar into her hot chocolate, her tiny hands gripping the spoon with excitement. She took a deep breath, letting herself enjoy the peaceful moment. The sound of the espresso machine humming, the gentle clinking of spoons against cups, it was all part of what made this cafe feel so familiar and comforting. A few minutes later, the waiter returned, looking relieved. "Here you go, tomato soup and grilled cheese. I also added a free cookie to apologize for the mix-up." Lena's face lit up. "That's so nice of you. Thank you." She picked up her spoon and took a sip of the soup. It was just as warm and comforting as she had imagined, rich, tangy, and perfect for the chilly afternoon. She took a bite of the crispy, cheesy sandwich and sighed happily. The waiter lingered for a moment. "I really appreciate your patience. Some people get really upset over small mistakes." Lena smiled. "It's not a big deal. Everyone makes mistakes." The waiter grinned. "Well, enjoy your meal, and I hope you like the cookie." As she enjoyed her meal, she thought about how a small mistake had turned into a kind gesture. It was a simple reminder that patience and kindness always made things better. Before leaving, she took a bite of the cookie, a soft chocolate chip one, still slightly warm. She made a mental note to come back again soon. This cafe wasn't just a place to eat. It was a place that felt like home. After listening to The Wrong Order, you probably noticed how Lena handled a mistake politely and how the waiter responded professionally. What do you think about how they communicated? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, let's explore key vocabulary from the story to boost your English skills. It's time for word exploration. 1. Craving. Definition: a strong desire for a specific food. Example from the story: she had been craving a warm bowl of tomato soup all day. Example from real life: I'm craving some chocolate right now. 2. Tray. Definition: a flat surface used for carrying food and drinks. Example from the story: the waiter returned with a tray. Example from real life: The cafeteria worker handed me a tray with my lunch. 3. Mix-up, definition, a mistake or confusion in orders or arrangements. Example from the story. I also added a free cookie to apologize for the mix-up. Example from real life. There was a mix-up at the hotel, and they gave us the wrong room. 4th, politely, definition, being respectful and kind when speaking to others. Example from the story. Lena smiled politely. No worries, mistakes happen. Example from real life. It's important to be polite when asking for help. 5. Fix, definition, to correct a mistake or problem. Example from the story. Oh no, I'm so sorry about that. Let me fix it right away. Example from real life. The mechanic fixed my car in just an hour. Now it's time for the final round. Let's practice listening and speaking with a repeat after me session. Ready? Let's go. The wrong order. Lena sat down at a cozy table in her favorite cafe, setting her bag on the chair beside her. The warm aroma of freshly brewed coffee and baked pastries filled the air, wrapping around her like a comforting hug. Outside, the chilly autumn breeze rustled the golden leaves on the sidewalk. She had been craving a warm bowl of tomato soup all day, especially in this weather. She picked up the menu, though she already knew what she wanted. The cafe had a homey charm, with soft jazz playing in the background and the hum of quiet conversations creating a relaxing atmosphere. After glancing over the menu one last time, she waved to the waiter. Good afternoon. I'd like a tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich, please, she said with a smile. The waiter, a young man with curly hair, nodded as he jotted down her order. Got it. I'll bring your order soon. Lena thanked him and took a sip of water while checking her phone. She scrolled through her messages. Her friends were planning a movie night, and she smiled as she read their funny texts. It had been a long week, and she was looking forward to unwinding. A few minutes later, the waiter returned with a tray. Here you go, one bowl of chicken soup and a turkey sandwich. Lena looked at the food, confused. She glanced at the waiter, then back at the tray. Oh, I actually ordered tomato soup and grilled cheese. The waiter's eyes widened. Oh no, I'm so sorry about that. Let me fix it right away. Lena smiled politely. No worries, mistakes happen. As the waiter hurried back to the kitchen, Lena leaned back in her chair and looked around. She noticed an elderly couple sharing a dessert at the next table, laughing as they talked. At another table, a woman was typing on her laptop, occasionally sipping her cappuccino. Across the room, a father was helping his young daughter stir sugar into her hot chocolate, her tiny hands gripping the spoon with excitement. She took a deep breath, letting herself enjoy the peaceful moment. The sound of the espresso machine humming, the gentle clinking of spoons against cups, it was all part of what made this cafe feel so familiar and comforting. A few minutes later, the waiter returned, looking relieved. "Here you go, tomato soup and grilled cheese. I also added a free cookie to apologize for the mix-up." Lena's face lit up. "That's so nice of you. Thank you." She picked up her spoon and took a sip of the soup. It was just as warm and comforting as she had imagined, rich, tangy, and perfect for the chilly afternoon. She took a bite of the crispy, cheesy sandwich and sighed happily. The waiter lingered for a moment. "I really appreciate your patience. Some people get really upset over small mistakes." Lena smiled. "It's not a big deal. Everyone makes mistakes." The waiter grinned. "Well, enjoy your meal, and I hope you like the cookie." As she enjoyed her meal, she thought about how a small mistake had turned into a kind gesture. It was a simple reminder that patience and kindness always made things better. Before leaving, she took a bite of the cookie, a soft chocolate chip one, still slightly warm. She made a mental note to come back again soon. This cafe wasn't just a place to eat, it was a place that felt like home. That's it for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed learning with the story, The Wrong Order. If you liked this session, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Remember, practice makes progress, so keep building your English skills every day. Until next time, stay positive and keep learning.